Good morning, this is Melissa with the StockSwoosh.com, and I'm going to do a SPY market review for you today. It's Saturday, December 29th, only a few more days left in the calendar year of 2012, and it's always nice to regroup and look at the market towards the end of the year, whether it's the last day of the year or right before the end of the year, and see really what happened. Let's just look at what happened this whole year in the market, in the SPYs. Well, this was back in January, okay? Here we started out the year right here, January 3rd last year. Let's go find it. We actually started out the year with a bullish gap up. Right there. Look at that. The market did a bullish gap up over the 200 period moving average. This was the end of 2011. Okay, it was consolidating in here. The market started out the year in 2012 bullishly with a bullish gap up. Now, I know we had to have a topping tail with a red head, but the way we did it up over the 200, up over all these guys here, was bullish. There was a big consolidation going on for the last 2 months at the end of 2011, and then we did a bullish gap up over all of this and over the 200, over all the moving averages, and then we carried through. That was the whole year. In fact, let's just look at it. I think at one point we just came in here, but that was it. We held that gap. Did we hold that gap the whole year? Let's just see here. No, we came in right here, but let's look at the low of these guys. 126.43. Yeah, we did. Look at that. So what happened in January? We had a bullish gap up. Then right after, we had these two green bars. That's fine. This was a daily buy setup that happened in the SPYs. Right the 2 days after the bullish gap happened, came in on the 8th. Do you know that we never saw the bottom of these bars the whole rest of the year of 2012? I just wanted to double check it here because this came in here. This was in the summer. This was in June. But you know what? We never saw this here. Look at that. Look at that. This is the whole year. This is January through December. We never came back in there at all. So we had a bullish year in the market in 2012. This is how we started out, and we ran all the way up to the tippy top, all the way up here in March. Came in a little bit in April, retested this area up here, and this is resistance. Fell, but really fell only into the 200 here. Booped a little bit down here. But then carried forward again. Look here, here's a bullish gap that carried us forward that happened in June. This big green bar, this bullish gap, carried us forward then, which took us all the way up to September. And look at this bullish gap. This is a bullish gap up in the market and a daily buy setup that happened in September, which is very bullish. Look at this huge big green bar that happened in September. Ran all the way up here. Then we never saw that number again the rest of the year. This was the highs for the whole year was 148.11. Did a topping tail with a green body. We didn't know for sure if we weren't going to break over that. I thought we might into this area here, but then we didn't. And then after this, then you knew we weren't going to because we tried to go up here, then again we couldn't. But the point was we had a nice bullish year. Never saw the lows, never retested even the lows of January. And actually the fact that this happened in January, the fact that this happened, was it the first trading day of the year? Yeah, it was. This is the first trading day of 2012. We had a bullish gap up, ran all year. Never saw the low of that bar. Then right after here, these couple days after, never retested that, ran up all year into September, which was the highs. Came in then, only to a support area here, and ran up again. Now, I've been talking about how heavy we are, but heavy just to come back into another spot. Now, the thing is that the way that the market's been trading and all the things that could possibly happen into 2013, who knows? Who knows if 2013 is going to be a bearish year for the market? I'm just saying that it is quite possible. Okay, it is very quite possible. All right, we had a bullish year last year. There's no way around about it. So if you held longs that were swing trades or core trades, you did well in 2012. You did very well. All right, or you should have. And if you look at the last 2 years, okay, 3 years. Let's go back 3 years. This is 2010. 2011 and 2012 I've been talking about. This is in an uptrend. This is a market. The market's been in an uptrend. Ran up into early 2011. 2011 we came in, okay, that was the most bearish of the last 3 years. and then ran up in 2012 and ran up. So what do you think we're going to do this year? Well, we have to watch and see. But we could have kind of this same kind of thing going on in 2013 because the way we've been running up. In order to keep this bullish trend going up, what will we have to do? We will have to break over this 148.11, which was the high of 2012, and that was the high for the last 4 years. Oh wait, 07. Okay, that was the high for the last 5 years. It looks like. Yep. So we just hit that number. We haven't seen that number for 5 years that we hit in September. Does everybody see that? So if we want to continue this bullish trend in the market into 2013, we'll have to break that number, which is 148.11. Will we do that? That's the question. Okay, that is the real question. And how we do that is what we'll count to, how the market trades, and whether or not we can hold in here. Now, the SPY looks much different than the Qs. The SPY looks much different than the Qs. The Qs have been weaker than the SPYs. We could hold right in here, which is not that far away, all right, for the SPYs, if we're going to be really strong and bullish. But I really think that we could still hold even if we come all the way down into here. All right, we could still fall into this area, rally up, and break over here at some point in 2013. We could still do that. If it's going to do it, it will look better and be stronger and have more punch if we do it on a bullish gap, an actual gap. Which is, remember what I play gaps. If we do it in this kind of formation here, or this guy here, or even this guy over here that's ignited the whole year in 2012. Okay, a bullish gap to ignite and move back over this would be the best case scenario for longs, to really show strength and, like I said, a punch in the force of the move, to ignite the move. It's an igniter. Gaps are, a bar that gaps, whether it's bullish or bearish, is an igniting move. A real gap, a professional gap. Here's another one down here. This is a gap up. That's why gaps are so powerful. That's why I love to play gaps. That's why gaps have big momentum moves, whether it's the market or a stock. That's why gaps are the real deal, okay? They ignite moves. Look at this one over here. This gap up here ignited this whole move up here. See that? Beautiful. I love gaps. So that would be the best case scenario to really show proof that we could possibly do this, which we don't even know, all right? My gut instinct, my guttural instinct, if I had to call something, is I think that we are lower in 2013 for a number of reasons, but I'm not going to anticipate that far in the future. I'm a day trader, and I trade, and I read the signs on the day, every week that I trade. So we play it as it is. Okay, play as it comes, and I'll do reviews all along the way. But I think right here we could hold, and if we don't hold here, then we're coming into here. Okay, and that's the next place we could hold in here. If we don't hold in here, forget about it. And I talked about this with the Qs. I personally do not think that this is a big support place. Okay, I don't think that this bar itself is a big support place. However, there is support back here and price action trading back here. But I'm not overly convinced that anything in here is that weighty. Here is the weight of this guy in here, and we broke through that. So after that, all the breaks that happen, I don't see anything in here that's really going to stop us from, hold us up. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I know there's a lot of price action in here, so I have to be aware of that. And I have to write down all the numbers, and I have to know all the numbers. But I don't see anything in here that's really going to hold the market up. Here, I think we have the best chance of holding into here. And because of the way we've been trading lately, I'm not convinced that that's going to happen. Just the last week of the market, big topping tail, small green body, rest day, big red day, drop. I know we bounced and recovered, but all we did was drop and then close right in on the 50 here. And then immediately the next day, we gapped into that tail, retested up here the 50 and came in. It's the bottom of this, 139.87. Yeah. So there's only one more trading day left in the end of the year. It's either going to be a small little rest day for the market because it's a half day, or we come back in here and retest this area right in here. So we have to wait and see. But do you see what I'm looking at over here where with all this price action? I don't see anything that's a major support that's going to give us a lift. Now, not saying we can't make our own lift. We could create a brand new lift that could happen here in the form of a bullish gap, okay? But I don't see anything over here that is going to give it the oomph to hold it up. In fact, in that action, I see lots of red, okay? See a lot of red back here, which is all selling that happened all this time. So if the price action over here is selling mostly in that area, I don't see what's going to hold us up to give us that lift. It's going to have to be a bullish gap that's going to happen. So this is an update of the SPY. This is an overall update, just what, going through what happened in the course of the last year. It's very interesting to see what we're going to do for 2013, see what could happen, see if we're going to be able to break over 148.11. All right, this is the high. We haven't seen this number since 2007. Can we break it into 2013? Possibly. It would have to we'd have to push over it now, and we've been creating higher lows all along the way here. Now, this was just a retest of resistance. I want to see a bullish gap up with power to get over this topping tail here, over the 148.11 and push higher if the market's going to do it. And if the market does not do that, then we're in the downturn. We're in a downturn. There's nothing here to hold us of any strength of support. And let's just say, where could we go? Just look at this here, and then I'm going to look at the weekly chart really quick too. There, right there. That's a long way away. That is the most likely spot for the market to pull in this year if we're going to have a bearish 2013. And that is a long way away, all right, from the price right now is what I'm saying. I don't know if it's a long way away as far as time, where the market does, but as far as price, it is a long way away. Okay, let's look at the weekly really quick. Wait, what was that number in there? Where was I? Yeah. 111, 110, 109. Let's just see where that is in here. Yeah, there it is. Right in there. Let's look at the monthly. There it is. Okay? So let's just see what happens. Let's just see what we do. These are huge time frames now, huge time frames, but we'll have to take a look at it and see. Anyways, this is Melissa with the StockSwoosh.com. That was a SPY update for December 29th, 2012. Happy New Year, everyone. If you're interested in more information about my live trading room or my gap class, please feel free to contact me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com.